Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Money Mondays. My name is Belinda Ray. I am the Director of Strategic Partnerships here at GPCOG.
And my name is Paul Johnson. I'm the Director of Economic and Community Development here at GPCOG.
We're here with another Money Mondays for you. Woo! Oh yeah, we in unison. Jazz hands. Exciting resources and opportunities for our member communities and community partners. And we'll start right off with Paul.
Yeah, thanks, Belinda. Reminder, no Money Mondays next Monday. I don't think any of us are working, so it won't matter. But no Money Mondays next Monday. I have a short and sweet one today. It is award season, and I was going to come up with little gold trophies, but I couldn't muster the strength this morning. Um, So this is the time of year where everybody starts to have their small business awards. So two I highlighted here specifically. I just put them in the slide so you could click on the hyperlink, just as a resource for you after the fact when you get the email address, our follow-up email. But the Small Business Administration is accepting nominations, and those are open through December 8th. And there's a couple different categories through the Small Business Administration. And closer to home, or more specifically, the Finance Authority of Maine is also offering, hold on, I'm pausing for, yeah, there we go, is also having their business business awards, but it's also about individuals and organizations that are in the ecosystem of helping getting financing for Maine businesses. If you haven't been, Finance Authority of Maine, FAME has a nice, typically like an end of the year banquet, which is very well attended and usually quite worthwhile. I think this year it's in November, but I could be wrong. But again, the big thing is I put the link in there. So when we send out that email, you can click if there's somebody, an organization, or a business that you think deserves some recognition through FAME. That is a direct link. So hopefully we'll have a nice, robust award season.
Nice. Thank you, Paul. And I am talking to you today about the Rural and Tribal Assistance Pilot Program. If this sounds familiar, I have covered it before, but a few things have changed because the last time I covered it, we were in a different administration. So we have a few changes to this NOFO this time around. It isn't open yet, but the applications will begin being accepted. The portal will open on September 8th. So you can start prepping your application now. That's the earliest you can submit it. It is rural, which means that within our GPCOG area, the gray shaded communities are the ones that qualify for this. And it is to help develop transportation infrastructure projects that will qualify for federal funding. So we're going to break that all down. First thing is rural. I just said it's these 12 communities. The definition they're using is outside of an urban area with more than 150,000 residents. And our pink shaded communities are all part of PACTS, the Portland Area Comprehensive Transportation System, which has over 200,000. So those communities don't qualify. The gray shaded, the islands, these all qualify. Urban, rural. So the second piece here is to develop transportation infrastructure projects. They are looking for things that are already in early development. They don't want you to say, we think we want to do something in this area. They want you to have a project in mind. So it's already identified, but it's something that needs financial, technical, or legal assistance to move it forward. And that's the goal of the grant, is to build your organizational capacity so you can do that. The kinds of projects that are eligible are bridges and roads and anything related to transit, passenger buses, rail facilities, rail projects, transit-oriented development, if you're looking to try to develop some kind of a hub, airport, intermodal, wildlife crossing, replacement, removal, or repair of culverts that would improve or restore fish passage. These things are all eligible, and develop what they want to help you with in getting these projects to the place where they're ready to be implemented are financial, technical, and legal services, things like this. So the technical is the kind of thing that, GPCOG can help with, in particular, project planning, feasibility studies. Other consultants can help you with that. They can also bring in consultants for you. The Build America Bureau can help you find people and figure out what you need to do to make your project move forward. The last piece is that they are looking at projects that will eventually qualify for federal funding. It does not mean you have to apply for any of these programs, but their goal is really to get these projects to move along. And so if you were to take advantage of this opportunity, it could be followed up with another opportunity. And they just want to make sure that they are readying things for the pipeline if that's where you're going next. All of these opportunities are very nicely described at the end of the NOFO in plain terms, which is great. So you can figure out what any project that would fit into any of these programs is eligible for the rural and tribal assistance. People that are eligible, municipalities, all of these units of government, school districts, councils of government, doubly apparently. I did those twice along with school districts. So extra eligible and tribes, obviously. The features here, the minimum you can ask for is 250,000. The max is 2.5 million. They have 54.2 million this year to award. So if everybody went for and got the max, that would be 21 awards. That's unlikely. If everyone went for the minimum and got it, 216, also unlikely. So somewhere in between there is the number of awards. It's a 3-year period of performance during which you're going to get the technical assistance you need to get the project from the early development into we're ready for implementation and now we need implementation funding. They want to see applications that show that your project is ready to advance. So again, if you go in with something like, yeah, we've got this area where we need to do something, that's probably not going to get a grant. But if you have a project in mind, you've been starting to try to figure it out, there are pieces missing, that's the one they want. They want to know that you are prepared and ready to do the things you need to do, procure services, hire the staff you need. And they want to know that the funding you're asking for is appropriate to accomplish your goals. Now, normally for a federal application, I would have a 6 or a 7 or an 8 up here, or maybe even a 9. This is a 3. They have done a really nice job of streamlining a lot of these applications. And so this one is now, instead of multiple pages that you have to put together narratives and everything yourself, it's a short form that's filled out entirely online. You have to do it in one sitting. So you're going to want to see the preview, the PDF of all the questions so that you can prepare your answers and then just be ready to copy paste when you get into the portal. As I said, the portal opens September 8th. It's a rolling deadline. It will be open. It doesn't have a closing date that I saw. So it's just going to be open until money is gone or until they decide they're not getting the applications they want. So just get in early. It is cyclical. This one does come up multiple times. It would not surprise me if this application period closes at the end of the year, and then a new one opens in January or February. So again, if you still don't feel quite ready, it will come up again. So you can start prepping, understanding it's going to come around. Yeah, they have been simplified tremendously. I was surprised. I had to look at it 5 times and be like, really, that's all they want? Really? No, it is. It's much easier. So there is a grant information page you can go to. Like I said, there's a PDF preview so you can see all the questions and get your answers ready before you get in there. They also have instructions for the application questions now. It's like a cheat sheet. So here's the question, and then they're kind of saying, this is where you want to say this about your project and that, and be sure to include this thing. So really, really helpful. You do need to register for an account in the application portal. So you're going to want to make sure you either have one or you get one. And if you have one, log in to make sure it's active. You can also look at the list of 2022 and 2023 winners. It's a small list. I want to say there are like 8, 10 projects on there, but they had much less funding. We have about 3 times the funding. So there is the end of things where you can get our email addresses and talk to me and Paul if you have ideas, questions, anything that you want to pass on. And that is all I have.
As we close, Belinda, I did have in my inbox this morning from a different organization that will remain unnamed. It sounds like they're starting up their own version of Money Mondays. So
What?
maybe we're gonna have some sort of ratings war on who can get the
Money
most.
Mondays throwdown.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
my goodness. All right. Do you think this is in my email inbox too? I didn't see
yeah.
that. Forward it to
It's
me.
not like we didn't steal this from anybody, right? This is completely organic.
Oh,
Yeah.
we did. Yeah, we did. We also, but not in the state. Is this
Yeah,
in our
right. So,
state?
well, actually, the one I saw was not from the state, so I guess it's all fair. It's all
Oh
it's
yeah.
yeah,
All right. They might even not even be stealing it from us. They might be stealing it from the people we stole it from.
right.
Our Money Mondays is different from the one that I stole it from, though.
Good.
Very
Well,
different.
my
You can
guess
go
is
watch that.
we might
Yeah.
be a little more casual. Maybe. I don't know.
Just a tiny bit more casual over here. Yeah, I think so. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. I do have another tea bag here. I don't know if I'm going to keep reading these. They're kind of lame. I feel like they used to be really good. What belongs to you shall come to you.
Oh, that doesn't.
I hope that strikes deep in someone's heart.
Yeah.
It's not really hitting me. I hope that works for somebody out there. All right.
All right.
Thank
Goodbye,
you.
everybody.